Hello, everybody, and welcome to our Your Business Breakthrough Radio Show. Today we have Nicola Beer. She is here to share with you information to start saying yes to yourself and loving yourself. So, everybody, let's welcome Nicola Beer here with us today.
Hey, thank you. It's a real honor to be here.
Nicola, thank you so much. And I'm thinking that you had a moment in your business where you were stagnant. You had a spark of inspiration that took your business to the next level. Is that true?
Yes, that's really true. Yes. It was when I had been working with couples, I just felt inside that the focus needed to be changed away from what the couple has to do to the individual. And this was a real turning point for me in both my own experience and in transforming the business. So I'll just explain a little bit about it. Traditional marriage counseling and how I learned about helping people with relationships was having a couple together, perhaps talking about what's right or wrong in the relationship, and then having them talk about the issues. I was finding that this really was a bit hit and miss. And, I take my work very seriously. I really care about people. And I thought there has to be another way. And my business coach and my mentor saying, well, look, we need to keep going with this. And this is what you do. And I just felt this voice inside. What is poisoning other people's relationships that I'm dealing with is their inner thoughts, the negative thinking, the inside resentment that they're holding on to. If you're holding on to resentment, frustration, anger at any level, even if you're not even communicating it with your partner, you're giving off vibes, you're giving off energy which is resentful and negative. And in my own relationship, I was really transmitting this. I was desperately wanting more attention, more love, more passion, more care. My partner used to watch TV all the time. He'd sit and do his work on his laptop in front of the TV, and I felt really neglected. But rather than giving love or saying positive things to try and bring about a change in my relationship, I complained. I really worked myself up inside. I thought really negative things, and things got worse and worse. And then I saw this happening as well in the people that I was helping, and I thought this needs to change. In order to really become happy and free, we need to look at us. And that's really, we really need to listen to our intuition. And it was intuition about my business needs to take a new direction. And at first that can be scary. And you may have people say, well, no, it doesn't make sense to start again. If you don't listen, the voice just gets louder and louder. And then when you do start listening, everything flows. For example, in my business, it took me about 2 years to create a program. And when I was in flow, when I changed the direction, when I listened to my intuition, my new program came together in 3 weeks. I was in the flow. I felt passion. I felt excitement. I beamed up every morning with energy because I was following that inner voice. And I think that's the most important thing. No matter where you are in your business, start listening to that inner voice.
Goodness, it makes excellent sense.
If you can't let go of something and you're still holding on to something, and I know this from my own experience, that's happened on your birthday 3 years ago or last week, or if you're carrying that with you, how can you be loving because you've got so much anger inside? It's really about forgiving and letting go and working on yourself to have a great relationship. It starts from the inside out. You don't even need to say anything. If you've got a great loving energy vibration, they're going to feel loving and caring and loved towards you. And if you have a lot of negativity around the relationship and your partner, then they're gonna pick up on it. And we want our homes to be charged with as much love and as much happiness as possible. And how do you do that? That's probably one of the most popular questions that I get asked. And there's so many different ways. Doing things that make you feel good, filling your home with music, with laughter, with comedy, with things other than the news, other than the moaning about our days, perhaps. Also taking time for yourself to allow that inner voice to speak to you through meditation. For some people, that's sitting still. And I know, Elizabeth, you find real great benefit in meditation. And for other people, meditation can be cooking for them, because that's when their mind just allows thoughts to come, or walking in nature, connecting in nature, something that allows your mind to just allow these thoughts, this intuition to come to you. I get my best intuition in the middle of my yoga practice. I'm in the middle perhaps of an awkward move. I'm awakening, I'm opening parts of my body, and then thoughts will come up. Or anger perhaps may come up, and I think, wow, I need to deal with this. When I move my body and I allow these emotions to come up, it shows me, okay, I don't get angry or I don't get upset with myself. Oh, you've had a negative thought. I think, okay, what can I do about this? How can I change this? Because we're human. We do have these thoughts. Once we have a thought, is then take action, rethink the thought, examine the thought, listen to the thoughts. When we're in touch with our inner world, we can really impact the outer world and really feel that inner peace. I had so many mistakes when I was dating. I didn't realize that I was in this habit for a long time of dating for several months. And as soon as I sort of met someone after a few times, I would instantly my mind would go to what's wrong with them. I didn't even realize I was doing this. And then one time I caught myself and I thought, I've just spent the whole evening thinking, what is wrong with that person? Like, this mindset is why my relationships weren't lasting. Your inner thoughts about love, about relationships are so powerful. They create your outer reality.
I completely agree with what you're saying, because when you said that, it took me to a time when I did the same thing.
That was a life changer, actually, because when I realized, just be loving to yourself, just be loving with everything that comes into your life, with everything that is, and then love just pours right back at you.
So living in the present and seeing it as a gift, then you shift into that gratitude mindset. Something you said earlier, you said, if you don't listen, then the voice gets louder. However, when you do listen to that inner guidance, then things flow.
And I don't really know how you can describe being in the flow of life. Just everything seems to be working for you. But it's like everything seems to flow, where traffic lights are all green. That kind of effortlessness.
I have had that, where I've driven through a city and gone through maybe 10 or 12 traffic lights, and they all happened to turn green or were green as I was passing under them. Not only did I bring me joy and happiness, because I thought, okay, I am rocking now, it made me think that this was an indicator letting me know that things are going well.
You can feel it inside, and then when you see things lining up, it's amazing how everything just comes together and you feel peace. You really feel peace. Often when we don't listen to ourselves, part of us wants to go down that route, but it's often fear stopping us. But when we just trust, it's like the pathway is shown to us, and we just need to take it a day at a time. I know that's easier said than done. A lot of people, myself included, sometimes we find it hard to take it a day at a time. It's good to have an overall plan, an overall dream, but really all we have is today, in this moment. And I love that poem, says there are 2 days in the week that we should not worry about. And it talks about how we should not worry about yesterday because it's already gone. And we should not worry about tomorrow because tomorrow hasn't happened. And we just need to focus on today.
I completely agree that living in the present. And the important thing, I guess, is to feel, because it is not easy to shift away from the negative feelings that don't feel good when it is our way of living our life.
Absolutely. You can't go straight to gratitude. Switch your focus to something more positive. What steps can you take that's going to make you feel better about whatever situation you're in? What's your get out plan, or if to say? How can you move forward? It doesn't have to be a huge leap, but how can you do something? And sometimes all of that is okay, I'm feeling really low today. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to be loving to myself. I'm going to treat myself like I have the flu for one day, and I'm going to watch a really nice movie, and I'm going to make myself some really healthy, nourishing food, or I love banana on toast when I'm not feeling great. Just love myself, and that will shift your energy.
How fortuitous for you to know that taking control of your life by loving yourself, just having a fun day, whatever you want to do, is a powerful force in your life.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm not in control. And if I feel that I'm getting upset about someone else's behavior or something that I want to happen exactly how I want it to happen in my business or in something else, I think I'm not in control of this. So let it go. There's so many things we can't control. All we can control is our inner thoughts and our feelings and focusing on ourselves, our own actions. And being able to just let things go is just a real gift that we can just give to ourselves. I feel that we just need to give ourselves a moment, remind ourselves that this will pass, and just say, what can I do to make the situation better? What do I need now? What's the most loving thing I can do?
Who does not want to live in love? Personally, I think everybody does. I think deep inside all of us, we
Yeah.
want to be existing and living in that place of love, peace, harmony.
Absolutely. And no one gets married to be miserable. And sometimes the individuals that they sometimes feel that they're each other, they want them to be miserable. And of course, no one wants to be miserable. We all like to be happy. And I think there's so much pressure on what happiness is. And I believe that happiness is just loving everything. Just whatever comes, just being open to loving things and accepting things. Acceptance. That's another word that I see what love is acceptance. And when we do that, we can feel content. And I don't know what's happening in America and the part of the world that I am at the moment, which is living in the Middle East. It's a real happiness movement on, which is great. However, there isn't one way to be happy, and you can learn that you need to find your life purpose to be happy. You need to have a marriage, a house, a this, a that to be happy. Actually, you don't. To be happy, well, you need to just be who you are, and feel the love that we all have inside of us and open into that love.
Exactly. And some of our most popular spiritual leaders, Buddha, Jesus, what they did was move around and share joy. We're out there looking for that peace and joy in their life and turning around and sharing it with others.
Yeah, absolutely. That's beautiful. Yeah, that's it.
And maybe that's what we're doing right now in this interview is, finding ways to share this with others and reaching out. I love that you're over in the Middle East right now and we're able to communicate globally. Here I am in the US and share this information globally to restore peace and harmony and joy on this planet, to
Yeah.
balance out some of the things that are going on. They are there. We can't ignore them. Although infusing it with love and acceptance allows us to then share our message stronger, I think.
I can be a very hard worker,